Okay, Thomas, what does magic enhance or intensify?
Oh, I'm going to take a very literalist point of view and say that it enhances or intensifies, in the practice of it, your intention and your desire and the thing that you want to affect in the world around you.
Intention.
It's a means to do that.
A means. Intention is such an important word because think of this one. McLuhan said, ambiguity is a sign of human maturity. It's like people go, don't be so ambiguous. It's like, well, no, that's a sign of human maturity. Okay, George.
Well, just what he said, magic allows us to be in touch with that which is far more deeply interfused.
Very good.
With the material world.
The material world. What does magic render obsolete? What does it displace or get rid of? And that not completely or no, nothing, but basically, what does it render obsolete? Go ahead.
The inability to have any explanation for something.
Thank you.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what does magic render obsolete? What does it displace or what does it replace or get rid of?
Right. I'm going to go back with that same limit. It gets rid of those limits.
That's fine. Thank you.
I'm not sure if it gets rid of it, but it does something funny to fear.
Fear. What does it render obsolete? Fear. That's good.
Last year's model.
Last year's model. Hello. Good.
I'm just gonna have to go with zucchini.
Thank you, Maya.
It makes you think that you can't understand everything, but you really, it wants you to think that you can't understand everything, but because you really can, and it doesn't want you to know that.
Love your, that's beautiful. Thank you, Eric.
Your connection to reality, in other words, your perception
Yeah.
is rendered obsolete because suddenly there's something that's happening that you didn't expect.
Yep. Sort of, I'll explain. Go ahead.
Superstition.
Superstition.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
Renders obsolete or eliminates a willingness to live without answers or willingness to live with confusion.
Yeah, it's like, great question. Hold your ears on, but this is the question I ask all my interviewers. Why is it so difficult for humans to consider the possibility that life may be pointless? Because we're like, just gotta, you know. Go ahead, Mark. What does magic render obsolete?
Our previous ideas.
Thank you. Where are we? Jasmine?
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy. That is a good word. Thank you.
Zucchini.
You get a lot of hierarchy in the art world. It's like Manny Farber, abstract expressionist / film critic. He says, why is it so important when we're trying to develop critical thinking about movies? It's so dependent on measuring. Well, this is good film, this is bad. Like, that's what art, right? You can't just have art and it's like, well, here's a bunch of art. It's like, this is good art and it's sellable art and I'm going to put this price tag on it, you know. It's not to dish your industry either. It's just like, how do you do that? Well, how do you do it with books? Well, Mark, your book sold 80 million copies. It must mean it's good, right? No. I only sold 3 and it's okay. It's like, why is measuring hierarchy so important? Okay, what does magic render obsolete?
This has already been said, but the strings attached.
Strings attached, very good. String theory.
The other guy.
The other guy. Tom.
I think another literalist kind of way to think about it, it renders obsolete or totally changes the purpose of tools and technological things.
That's very good, back to technological things. George.
Lower IQ.
Lowerarchy! I love you guys, you are so good. Okay, we're coming to an end. We've got the famous campfire question. What does magic retrieve that we previously got rid of? What does it bring back? You're up.
Well, I think
people like to think that they have some kind of, it's just a sense of power, I guess.
Sense of power, thank you.
New reality.
New reality, I love new realities.
Whimsy.
Whimsy, what a great word, thank you.
Comprehension.
What's the word?
Comprehension.
Comprehension.
Delusional belief.
That's, Worrell said it great, he said, it's not what you are, it's what you think you are. And I went around once and asked people what do they think of that, and one guy goes, that's what George Bush is all about. You know, but it is, it's like, well, does it matter? If you think you're a great artist, what matter is it? You just keep making your art. Well, why do you have to think you're great or everybody, you know, likes you? Go ahead.
Mystery.
Mystery.
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
A sense of infinite possibility.
Sense of infinite
Possibility.
and possibility, thank you.
Wands.
W-A-N-E-S?
I can't think. W-A-N-D, yeah.
Whoa, D-S. Wands, like those things, that guy on Venice Beach sells these little sticks with a little jewel at the end.
Oh,
You mean like
Jesus,
wands?
yeah,
Yeah. That's it. What does it bring back? Wands, good.
Reckless, unwarranted confidence.
Whoa! That's like codependent support group. Mark,
Empirical connection.
God, you guys are poets. I love these words. Is somebody taping this? Will?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is this whole thing being taped? Do they know they're being taped?
I don't know.
This is all going on archive.org. Okay, Jasmine.
I think it brings back a time, or maybe not even a time, but this non-surety. I think we are sort of sick of being sure about things.
Great. We feel we have to be sure. Again, it's like ambiguity or unsureness isn't safe, so we don't think it's good. Or
Right.
Very good. Thank you, Tim.
I'd say bewilderment.
Good
But I would
word.
also add something that would be on a spiritual sense of cooperation with Satan.
Whoa!
Cooperation with the one.
With Satan. You know, my interview, I love this, because my interview with George Clinton, 95, I stood next to him, we got a picture, and we both did this. And this black man, who's really, I really respect because he's a political researcher, I wanted him to read the whole article, because we go into all this political stuff, like deep, you know, some kooky and some, you know, great political stuff. And all he did was look at the article and says, dude, are you into the Baphomet or whatever it's?
Baphomet.
Baphomet? He says, are you in Georgia into Baphomet? I go, what's that? He goes, it's the devil sign. I goes, I just thought it was like some music salute.
The Longhorns. Texas
Doing
Longhorns.
this. It is. But it is, you guys are into the devil sign? No, I was just, I didn't even know what it was. And so then I told him that, I says, and then I Googled it, and it was healthy because it gave me a chance to understand this symbol. And then I asked this girl about this. She was a jewelry maker. She goes, I was going to make that in jewelry. She goes, no, that's, do you know the other word for it? That's way before Baphomet. It's from Egypt. And it means like it means you poke someone in the eye. It's duality. So I says, wait a minute. I emailed him again. I says, wait a minute. I found out it's something even different. Did you know that? You know.
I don't think it's from Baphomet anyway.
Right. No, it isn't.
That's the Knights Templar, so that's
right, but it is. It goes to a lot of people go to the heavy metal kids because they did it, and they go, "Oh, we embrace Satan." Blah blah blah. So, thank you, Dan. Dan's a nice, sweet, white, normal guy, and it leads the Christian and leads us into the devil.